This is Trish MacGregor with your July Star Power forecast. Thank you for joining me. Okay, there are numerous aspects in July, and I've selected the ones I think are the most positive and the ones that may prove to be problematic. The good news is there's no Mercury retro until August 4th/5th, and that one lasts until August 28th. So for this month, here are the dates to watch for. July 2nd, Venus in Cancer trines Saturn at Pisces. July 5th, a new moon at 14 degrees Cancer with Saturn and Pisces trine to it. July 8th, Mercury in Leo sextile Jupiter in Gemini. On the 10th, the Sun in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. On the 21st, there's a full moon at 29 degrees Capricorn with Uranus trine to it, Neptune sextile. Also the same day, Mercury in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus, and Mars in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius. On the 25th, Sun in Leo sextiles Mars in Gemini. Now let's see how this plays out for each sign. Aries. On July 2nd, the trine between Venus in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces connects your 4th and 12th houses. If you're working out of your home on an artistic project, you shouldn't meet any resistance from an employer or client. In fact, a woman may be a helpful ally. The new moon in Cancer on July 5th has Saturn in Pisces trine to it. This moon ushers in new opportunities with your family, home, and personal environment. If your home is on the market, for instance, you may get an offer for your asking price or more, or you and your partner may find you're going to become parents or grandparents, or equally possible, an adult child moves home or an elderly parent moves in. With the Saturn sextile, things work in your favor. July 8th brings a sextile between Mercury and fellow fire sign Leo and Jupiter in Gemini. This aspect favors communication and creativity, as well as your kids, romance, and anything you do for fun and pleasure. In other words, it should be a good day. Spend it with upbeat people. On July 10th, the Sun in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. The energy today is similar to what it was on the 2nd, except today it's the Sun involved instead of Venus. You shine within your personal environment, at home, with family, and it carries forward into whatever you're involved in behind the scenes. Put this energy to good use. The 21st is one of those days when your mood may fluctuate wildly. First, there's a full moon at 29 degrees Capricorn in your 10th house of profession and career with Uranus trine and Neptune sextile. You're finishing up something professionally, and news you hear will be sudden, unexpected, and positive. The sextile brings deeper intuition. That's the primary energy. But today also features two other significant aspects. Mercury in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus. Mars in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius. The square may signal a problem getting paid for something. However, Pluto in Aquarius trines Mars in Gemini, so there's a lot of communication going on within your network. The 25th brings a sextile between the Sun in Leo and Mars in Gemini. This one urges you to move forward with a creative endeavor of romance or your relationship with your kids. Taurus. Overall, it looks like a positive month, Taurus. You get a good taste of it on July 2nd when Venus in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. This aspect connects your 3rd and 11th houses, so it looks as if you're communicating with your network of colleagues and friends. You may be laying down a strategy for increasing your brand's visibility and are signing up people for a workshop you intend to teach. The new moon at 14 degrees Cancer on July 5th has Saturn and Pisces trine to it. New opportunities surface in communication with siblings, neighbors, even within your neighborhood. You may have a chance to take a course in something that interests you. You also may have an opportunity to take your brand or network to the next level. On July 8th, there's a Mercury-Jupiter sextile to enjoy. This aspect connects your 4th and 2nd houses, home, family, and your personal environment, and your income. You may have an increase in your income, which enables you to do some renovations to your home that have been on your to-do list for some time. The 10th ushers in a trine between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces, connecting your 3rd and 11th houses. Your communications shine today, so use your skills to update your network on the news, progress, and membership of your organization. Saturn can provide the structure to which your brand gets a significant boost. July 21st may be an up and down day because there's a lot going on. First, the full moon at 29 degrees Capricorn falls in your ninth house, with Uranus trine to it and Neptune sextile to it. News you hear will be unexpected and positive and may concern a trip overseas, graduate school, or publishing project. Full moons often signal completion. So if you're winding up a project, a square to this moon from Mercury and Leo may interfere because of an issue at home. 25th features a sextile between the Sun and Leo and Mars and Gemini that connects your fourth and second houses again. It's possible that something you're involved in within your personal environment or home or family brings in additional income. If you set up a home-based business, for instance, then it starts paying off. Or perhaps someone moves in, a roommate, relative, who helps with expenses. Gemini. It's a pretty good month. Mercury doesn't turn retro until next month, and there are some interesting aspects for you. Let's take a closer look. On the 2nd, Venus in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces, connecting your income and career areas. A project or responsibility you take on professionally should have a nice payoff in income. It may be an artistic endeavor of some kind, or a woman is helpful, or both. On the 5th, the new moon of 14 degrees Cancer in your second house should bring in new income opportunities. These are likely to come through your career. If you're self-employed, the new moon may bring a new client looking for the services you offer. With Saturn trine to this new moon, you're able to provide the structure for whatever the client needs. The sextile between Mercury and Jupiter on the 8th is a beauty. With Jupiter in your sign and Mercury in Leo, your communication skills are stellar, dramatic, honest, direct. Use this energy to touch base with your network, siblings, people in your neighborhood, or get started on that novel that has been rolling around in the back of your mind. The 10th brings another trine between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. Once again, this connects your second house of income and your career area and should bring increased earnings. The 21st is a mixed day. There's a full moon at 29 degrees Capricorn, a square between Mercury in Leo and Uranus in Taurus, and a trine between Mars and Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. Full moons often bring news and completion. The news may concern whatever you're finishing, and with Mercury square, miscommunication could be part of the mix. However, the trine between Mars and Pluto should help to resolve the miscommunication before it escalates. On the 25th, there's another sextile between the Sun and Leo and Mars in your sign. Chat away, Gemini. You're at the top of your game. Cancer. The month kicks off with the trine between Venus in your sign and Saturn and fellow water sign Pisces. This connects your first and ninth houses. If you're single, you may meet someone who is older than you, and a romance begins, or it's possible that you and another person team up on an artistic or creative project. However events play out today, your intuition is strong and right on target. The 5th should be a great day for you. The new moon at 14 degrees Cancer is trined by Saturn in Pisces. New moons usually usher in new opportunities, and today you'll have plenty of choices, all of them personally satisfying. Select intuitively. The 8th brings another sextile, this one between Mercury and Leo and Jupiter and Gemini. It looks like Jupiter's expanding your income today. Your communications are clear, strong, and to the point, and whoever is paying you appreciates that. The 10th brings a trine between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. It's a good day, Cancer, so get out and enjoy yourself with positive, upbeat people. Avoid listening to the news. Avoid anything and anyone that deflates your mood. The full moon at 29 degrees Capricorn on the 21st is going to be a bit of a weird day thanks to the mix of energies. In addition to the full moon, Mercury in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus, and Mars in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius. Let's start with this full moon, which brings news concerning a business or personal partner. If you're collaborating with this person on a project that concerns your network or brand, there may be a communication snafu that could affect your payment. Resolve it quickly. On the 25th, the Sun in Leo sextiles Mars in Gemini. Something you're doing behind the scenes brings in money. It may be something you took on at work or for a private client. Whatever it is, you're pleased with the results, and so is your employer or client. Leo, with Jupiter now in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius, how is your life changing? On the 2nd, Venus in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. All this water sign energy may bring up emotional things that involved unresolved issues in money. However, with the trine, you should be able to do whatever needs to be done. Also, if you're single, a new romance may begin. Thank Venus for that one. The new moon in Cancer on the 5th occurs in your 12th house, and Saturn in Pisces trines it. New moons typically bring in new opportunities, and this may include a chance to work behind the scenes on something you like, and it should result in a nice payoff. Or also possible you get a break on insurance, credit, or mortgage. Saturn provides the structure for this new opportunity. The 8th brings a positive sextile between Mercury and your sign and Jupiter in Gemini. It's an ideal day to touch base with your network of colleagues or to work on boosting your brand's visibility. I've grown to dislike that word brand since for some of us the 11th house is about our wishes and dreams, the hopes we hold for ourselves and the people we love. So whatever the 11th house means for you, know that Jupiter is expanding possibilities. The 10th features another trine, this one between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. The energy is similar to what it was on the 2nd, except that it's more positive because the Sun is involved. If that new moon brought you the opportunity to work behind the scenes in some capacity, then today is your day to shine. The full moon in Capricorn on the 21st occurs in your 6th house of daily work, so you may be putting the final touches on a work project, and any news you hear may concern that. There are 2 other aspects to take into account today. Mercury in Leo squares Uranus and Taurus in your professional area, so there may be some communication mix-up with colleagues or a client-employer. Take care of that one quickly. Mars in Gemini trines Pluto in Aquarius, and that's a good sign for any interactions today with a business or personal partner. The sextile on the 25th is between the Sun in your sign and Mars in Gemini. This one favors connecting with your network in a vibrant, upbeat way. Virgo, now that Jupiter is in Gemini and Pluto is transiting Aquarius, have you noticed significant changes in your life? These changes are probably evident in your daily work and in your professional life. On the 2nd, Venus in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. It looks as if a partner, business or personal, is helpful in expanding your network or brand. It may be a new approach to what you've been doing so far, and a woman or women are helpful. The new moon at 14 degrees Cancer on July 5th has Saturn trine to it. This moon brings new opportunities for you to realize your dreams. A business or personal partner is helpful in this regard, and it may involve a new job or training for a new profession. The sextile on the 8th is between Mercury and Leo and Jupiter and Gemini, connecting your 12th and 10th houses. Jupiter expands how you communicate, and that Mercury and Leo brings a certain dramatic flair to what you say and how you say it. On the 10th, the Sun in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. With the Sun involved here, you're feeling optimistic and upbeat about a relationship and about life in general. Saturn makes sure you're playing by the rules, no shortcuts. July 21st brings a full moon in fellow Earth sign Capricorn at 29 degrees in your 5th house. You'll hear positive news about a creative endeavor. However, thanks to a square between Mercury and Leo and Uranus and Taurus, there may be some miscommunication involved. Resolve it as quickly as possible and then bask in the energy of the trine between Mars and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius. The trine connects houses 10 and 6, your profession and daily work, so it's possible that a gig evolves from this one. When the Sun in Leo sextiles Mars and Gemini on the 25th, you're feeling good about how the month unfolded. Your professional life is humming along and you're enjoying all of it. Libra. Now that Jupiter is moving to fellow air sign Gemini and Pluto is transiting fellow air sign Aquarius, how is your life changing? On July 2nd, the trine between Venus in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces connects your professional area and your daily work area, houses 10 and 6. This should bring about a new task or responsibility in your daily work that benefits you professionally. A woman or women are helpful, and the task may involve a project that exercises your creativity. On the 5th, the new moon at 14 degrees Cancer falls in your 10th house. So you've been casting around for a new career. This new moon may usher it into your life. Saturn in Pisces is trine, an indication that your daily work routine provides the structure for whatever opportunity you select. Choose wisely and follow your intuition. The sextile on July 8th is between Mercury and Leo and Jupiter and Gemini. This aspect connects houses 11 and 9. You chat up a storm today with your network of colleagues and friends and come up with a strategy for expanding the visibility of your network or brand. You may be expanding to foreign markets. On the 10th, the universe hands us another trine. This one is between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. This aspect connects houses 9 and 6 again. Whether you're traveling abroad or teaching a seminar or workshop or attending one, enjoy the day. Hang out with optimistic, upbeat people. The full moon on July 21st is at 29 degrees Capricorn in your 4th house. Full moons generally bring news and completion. The news you hear concerns your home, family, or personal environment. Perhaps you're winding up renovations or improvements on your house in anticipation of renting or selling it. Or perhaps an adult child or parent is preparing to move out. Whatever the situation, there's a square to contend with between Mercury and Leo and Uranus and Taurus, which may result in miscommunication. Straighten things out as quickly as possible so you can reap the benefits of the trine between fellow air signs, Mars in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. This trine brings a smooth flow to your creative projects. On the 25th, the Sun in Leo sextiles Mars in Gemini. This aspect fires you up to get moving on a professional project, and once you do, you're in for however long it takes you to complete it. Scorpio. Now that Jupiter is in Gemini and your 8th house, have you noticed distinct changes in your life, specifically in your income? With Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd house, the same question applies. On the 2nd, there's a beautiful trine between Venus in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. This aspect benefits your creativity and you find the ideal structure for it. The structure depends on the type of creative project it is. A woman or women are helpful. On the 5th, there's a new moon in fellow water sign, Cancer and Saturn in Pisces transit. New moons usher in new opportunities, and with this one you may have a chance to travel overseas, teach or take a workshop, or maybe get into a graduate program or even law school. The 8th brings a sextile between Mercury and Leo and Jupiter and Gemini. It's possible that you take on an additional professional responsibility or task, and it results in a bonus or raise. It looks as if there's a lot of communication flying back and forth about the details. The 10th features a trine between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. Both of these signs are water, just like you, so you should be in your glory. The energy is similar to that of July 2nd, but with the Sun, it's with the Sun shining through your creative life and Saturn providing stability, foundation for whatever you take on. The full moon on the 21st is at 29 degrees Capricorn in your 3rd house. Full moons often bring news and completion. If you're finishing up a project of some kind, the news you hear may concern that. However, there's a square to contend with today between Mercury and Leo and Uranus and Taurus. You and a business partner may disagree about a professional issue, and it's to your advantage to get things straightened out quickly. Also today, there's a trine between Mars and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius. This aspect may bring a break on a mortgage, insurance, or a credit card. On the 25th, the Sun in Leo sextiles Mars and Gemini. This aspect benefits your professional life and your joint finances. You may take on additional responsibility in your professional life that brings in additional money. Sagittarius. Now that Jupiter is in Gemini and Pluto is transiting Aquarius, what changes have you noticed in your life? On the 2nd, there's a beautiful trine to enjoy between Venus in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. This aspect connects your 8th and 4th houses. If you've been looking for a roommate or renter, this trine should bring the right person, who's likely to be a woman. Another possibility is that you get a break on a mortgage, insurance, or a credit card, which helps out with your home and family situation. The new moon at 14 degrees Cancer on July 5th brings new opportunities for increased earnings. Saturn in Pisces transit, which provides the structure and foundation for this opportunity. Another possibility is that you experience a startling synchronicity or psychic experience that confirms a decision you've made. The 8th ushers in a sextile between Mercury and fellow fire sign Leo and Jupiter in Gemini. You and a business or personal partner communicate about an overseas trip that you're planning or foreign expansion of your business interests. Your communications are clear and concise. On the 10th, the energy is similar to what it was on the 2nd, but this time the trine is between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. The energy with this one encourages you to get out and have some fun with positive, upbeat people. Your intuition should deepen today, too, so follow those gut feelings, Sag. The full moon on the 21st is at 29 degrees Capricorn in your second house of income. You may be expecting payment for a project you recently completed for an employer or client, but thanks to a square today between Mercury and Leo and Uranus and Taurus, there may be some communication confusion that should be cleared up as quickly as possible. Once it's taken care of, you can take advantage of the trine between Mars and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius. This trine infuses energy into a business partnership and changes how you think about yourself and your life. The 25th features the Sun in Leo sextile Mars and Gemini. If you're single, this aspect may trigger a romantic attraction. If you're in a committed relationship, you and your partner communicate well today, and it makes a difference in your relationship. Capricorn. Now that Jupiter is transiting Gemini and Pluto is moving through Aquarius, have you noticed changes in your life? If so, what are they? On the 2nd, the trine between Venus in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces should encourage a riveting conversation between you and a business or personal partner. Or if you're single, you may meet a romantic interest who is slightly older than you and has a gift with words. The new moon at 14 degrees Cancer on July 5th occurs near 7th house of partnerships. If you've been searching for a business partner, this new moon may bring in the ideal person. If you're in a relationship, you and your partner may decide to move in together or get married. Saturn in Pisces trines this new moon, so there will be a lot of communication zipping back and forth today. On the 8th, the sextile between Mercury and Leo and Jupiter and Gemini benefits your daily work routine and the way you maintain your health on a daily basis, or both. Communication is key, so make sure you communicate clearly. Right now, Jupiter should be expanding your daily work responsibilities, or perhaps it has brought about a promotion or even a new job. The trine on July 10th is between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. You and your partner should just kick back and enjoy the day. Communication flows well and unimpeded. Have a neighborhood barbecue. Make peace with the people who surround you. July 21st brings a full moon in your sign, Capricorn, at 29 degrees. You may be winding up a project of some kind that's important to you, and any news you hear may concern that. Make sure you stay on top of things because today there's also a square between Mercury and Leo and Uranus and Taurus. This could result in miscommunication about a creative project in which you're involved. If so, get it straightened out quickly so you can fully enjoy the trine between Jupiter and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius. This one concerns income you make through your daily work. Since Jupiter's busy expanding that area of your life, you may land a promotion or a raise or both. On the 25th, the Sun in Leo sextiles Mars and Gemini. Again, this aspect heightens the chance of payment coming to you because of a task you have taken on in your daily work. Aquarius. Now that Pluto is transiting your sign, have you noticed changes in your life? And with Jupiter and Gemini, you should be enjoying new creativity. On the 2nd, Venus in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. This aspect connects your daily work area with your income area. So it looks as if something you take on in your daily work, a new responsibility, perhaps a new job entirely, pays you well. Maybe your new moon opportunities are arriving a couple days early. July 5th features a new moon in Cancer in your 6th house. New moons typically usher in new opportunities, and whatever services will be related to your daily work routine and the maintenance of your health. Saturn in Pisces in your income area trines this new moon. That should help bring in new income related to this new opportunity. If you've been job hunting, then this new moon should deliver a new job. If you've been seeking advancement in your existing job, this new moon may bring that opportunity. However events unfold, Saturn provides the structure for its manifestation. The 8th features a sextile between Mercury and Leo and Jupiter and Gemini. You may have a partner in a creative endeavor, business or personal partner. Either way, it's beneficial. The two of you communicate well and clearly and agree on the specifics for the project. The trine on the 10th is between the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. This aspect is another beauty that should benefit you creatively and financially. However, the 5th house also rules kids, so if you have children, this aspect should benefit your relationship with them. The full moon at 29 degrees Cancer on July 21st occurs in your 12th house. News that you hear may concern the completion of a gig behind the scenes. However, with Mercury and Leo square to Uranus and Taurus, there could be some miscommunication, so take care of that as quickly as possible so you can take advantage of the trine between Mars and Gemini and Pluto in your own sign. This aspect favors your creativity again, and you find it personally satisfying. On the 25th, the Sun in Leo sextiles Mars in Gemini. Once again, it looks as if you and a business partner or even a personal partner team up for something. It may be a day spent with your kids, working on a creative endeavor, or enjoying an activity together. Regardless, it's a good day. Pisces. Okay, intuitive Pisces. With Jupiter now in Gemini and moving through your 4th house, and Pluto and Aquarius in your 12th house, what changes have you noticed in your life? The 2nd should be a good day for you, with a trine between Saturn, your sign, and Venus and fellow water sign Cancer. This aspect connects your 1st and 5th houses. It looks as if your muse is in rare form, whispering ideas in your ear, while Saturn, your sign, provides the structure for this creative endeavor, whatever it is. The 5th features a new moon in Cancer in your 5th house. So be vigilant for new opportunities to express yourself creatively. Or if you and your partner have been planning to start a family, today may bring about that reality. If you already have kids, it's a perfect day to spend time with them. Saturn and Pisces trines this moon. The sextile on the 8th is between Mercury and Leo and Jupiter and Gemini. Your communication today is about your daily work routine. Jupiter is expanding those responsibilities and tasks, and you have a lot to say about it. But the bottom line is that you're enjoying it. You'll love the 10th. The Sun and fellow water sign Cancer trine Saturn in your sign. The feel-good stuff will resemble the energy on the 2nd when the trine's with Venus, but will be even more pervasive because the Sun is involved. Plan something fun and adventurous with your kids, your partner, with upbeat and positive people. The full moon at 29 degrees Cancer on the 25th brings completion of a creative endeavor and sudden, unexpected positive news about it. Just be sure you're communicating as clearly as possible because there's a square to contend with between Mercury and Leo and Uranus and Taurus. If there's a mix-up, try to rectify it as quickly as possible. There's also a trine between Mars and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius, and it looks like it enables you to start planning for the next project. The 25th is another good day with a sextile between the Sun and Leo and Mars and Gemini. You're able to move ahead with whatever you're doing. Your determination is strong and your heart is joyous.
Thanks for joining The Mystical Underground. Visit www.themysticalunderground.com for the latest blog post and book info. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app. Listen to the podcast at podcast.themysticalunderground.com. Follow Trish and Rob on Instagram at Trish and Rob MacGregor. Follow us on Twitter at The Mystic Cast. Send email to podcast@themysticalunderground.com. And until next week, thank you for listening and stay mystical.